陶宛共和国，简称立陶宛，位于欧洲中东部，西濒波罗的海，国土总面积6.53万平方公里。立陶宛处于欧洲和亚洲之间，连接波罗的海和黑海，在“一带一路”倡议中扮演着重要的角色，与中国也有着良好的外交关系。那么，作为欧洲真正的地理中心，立陶宛对于中国的一带一路倡议有着怎样的看法呢？与中国的合作又将走向何处？本期节目，我们将走进立陶宛，感受从波罗的海沿岸吹来的绿色气息，体会它辉煌灿烂的悠久文化，同时了解现阶段两国之间的贸易交流，以及立陶宛大使伊娜·马丘罗尼塔女士对“一带一路”战略的看法。立陶宛共和国，简称立陶宛，位于波罗的海东岸，处在欧洲和亚洲之间，是一个连接波罗的海和黑海的国家。得天独厚的地理位置使得立陶宛拥有完备的交通运输体系。立陶宛在铁路、公路、大货运机场和港口等方面的发展，促进了其与周边地区和国家的紧密联系。中国与立陶宛最早的交流可以追溯到古丝绸之路时期。丝绸之路不但促进了两国的交流，更为以后中国与立陶宛经济贸易的友好往来奠定了基础。现在，中国已经成为立陶宛在亚洲最大的贸易伙伴。立陶宛对中国的一带一路倡议态度积极，和中国在各个方面的贸易往来进展顺利，两国有着非常大的合作前景。
My understanding is that Silk Road actually influenced everybody in Europe. Because we had exchanges with China, and we could say that additionally we had our amber route as well, which also influenced China. So it means that this is a real exchange, when you get something and also you share something. But of course we know that Silk Route brought a lot of benefit for Europe. We got, let's say, we got porcelain, we know that even paper came from China, lots of things that you could think of. But for example, we know that, and I'm very much impressed how Chinese appreciate our amber here. We didn't know before that it is some kind of very attractive stone for Chinese audience. So you see that those routes somehow now they interlink very well. And we joined this One Belt, One Road, 一带一路, I learned it in Chinese as well, because we do understand that it is a very important link again between Europe and Asia. And because of our geographical position, Lithuania is a very good place for connecting Europe and Asia, because we have very good infrastructure, very well developed infrastructure. We have good logistics, and we have already very good connection between our railways, roads, big cargo airports, and our port. And for China we are very important because they work very closely with Belarus, which is our neighbor, and Belarus is landlocked country. So it means our infrastructure is very interesting for Chinese companies.
Right, so you are the gateway to the Baltic Sea.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we really have the only ice-free port. It's never frozen. It's always, even in winter, it is alive and it is working, and you don't need to invest a lot to have cargoes there. So and we have really a busy airport, Port Klaipėda. And now China Merchants Group, the Chinese company, already opened their representative office in Klaipėda, in our port, and also in Vilnius, our capital. So it means that as they work a lot with logistics, they see that we are a gateway and that we are very important for them for doing business in Europe, and we are very glad to know that.
如今，立陶宛的经济不断发展，持续推动着它与世界各地的联系。外交方面，立陶宛奉行积极的对外政策，重视睦邻友好合作，努力扩大在本地区的政治影响力。 在立陶宛与中国的关系上，双方都是在相互尊重、平等相待、尊重彼此核心利益和重大关切的原则上加强沟通和协调，推进双边关系健康稳定发展。在这一基础上，两国一直保持着友好关系。当前，立陶宛一系列工程项目招标，中国被邀请参加，同时，中国也在立陶宛开设公司。现在正是积极主动地发展两国经济合作伙伴关系，共同打造政治互信、经济融合、文化包容的利益共同体、命运共同体和责任共同体的最佳时机。
For Rail Baltica, it's not clear yet because we know that for EU railways, normally when we start projects, it's 3 countries, so we announce tender. So China is also invited to participate because it's an open tender, which is a normal procedure for such projects. So we hope that Chinese companies also will be participating.
Yeah. Could you tell more for the viewers who are perhaps not as familiar with Rail Baltica, which countries will be connected?
Estonia, Latvia, because it's now we don't have a good connection with the rest of Europe by railways, meaning not cargo railways, but for people. Because mostly whether we fly to Estonia and Latvia or we drive, but we do not use rail for that. So we don't have this interconnection because we had once the railway, but it was slow, and people didn't like it because if it takes longer than with the car, why should you take train? So this is very important connection, and of course it will help for to move people and to move also cargos as well because it will be used for that as well. So and then it will be connected to Poland as well because all these neighborhood countries. So we understand that it's really a time to have good connection. It's 21st century, so really we need that.
Yeah, and seeing it from this part of the world, the distances are huge.
Yeah.
In China.
Yeah.
And then compare that to Europe. How many hours does it take to go from Vilnius to Warsaw, for example, by train?
By train it should be very fast because if, for example, you had like bullet train like in China, so I just imagined it would be a couple of hours or maybe 3 hours, not much. But when I came to China, now I have completely different understanding of distance. Because here 5 hours and a half, it's nothing. It's in Lithuania that would be already crossing all country and going to the neighboring country. So for us, it looks very far away. In China, it's just close by. I was in Yantai just this weekend, so it was 5 hours and a half. In Lithuania, that would be, oh my God, it's such a long trip. Here, people say, it's just only 5 hours. What is this?
Exactly. And what do you think you can thank that for? Why is Lithuania so attractive to the Chinese?
I guess first of all, of course, our geographical position, as we are really very conveniently placed. You know that, for example, French geographer calculated that Lithuania is a real center of Europe, geographical center of Europe, and we even have a sign there. It's the center of Europe. But of course, we have very good conditions for business. To open business in our country, to open, for example, a new office, it takes from 4 to 5 days. It's easy, really, because we try to make it very comfortable for businesses. We have the fastest internet in the world, because it is really, the second is Estonia, the third is Singapore, fourth is South Korea. So this is also very convenient. Secondly, we have really gifted people, because being a small country, we need to be smart, right? So our people know languages, and majority of them speak 1 or 2 foreign languages. So this is also a big asset. But of course, it's English the first, but also Russian, German. Now we have more and more people learning Chinese because they also understand that it's very important. Also, we position ourselves as a country of high technologies. So we, for example, have very developed laser technology. And if you have iPhone, for example, or for example Samsung phone, so for production of them, the screen lasers are used. And for special types of lasers, we produce 1/10 of world lasers. And two of our companies already opened their offices in Shenzhen and Shanghai for laser. Then we also are positioning ourselves as ICT country. We are having more companies opening their offices in our country. Huawei is also there, of course. So we also, during the last 5-6 years, we had 20% of growth in life sciences in our country. So this is also very interesting for Chinese, and this is, for example, every 2 years we have a big conference which is called Life Science Baltics, where you have different companies coming, but also official delegations, and they try to go also to different companies working in our cities and to learn about what kind of project they could do together. So we already had the Chinese delegation, but this year I imagine that we will have a big Chinese delegation because we were working, explaining to them, and they got very interested.
近年来，立陶宛与世界各地的合作领域不断扩大。自旧石器时代起，立陶宛就有人类定居。然而，从日耳曼到俄国、德国，再到苏联，立陶宛一直饱受战争的痛苦。幸运的是，现在的他们已经获得独立，同时还与世界各国有着密切交流。立陶宛与中国的合作主要集中在经济、交通、物流、文化、教育和科技等领域，而“一带一路”倡议则为中立两国提供了共同研讨和头脑风暴的平台，将进一步增进双方关系，加深相互了解，实现两国的优势互补。
How has your relationship changed with China since the Silk Road era?
This year we are having 25th anniversary of our diplomatic relations with China, because you know that we regained independence only not that long ago. So of course it went through different stages, as Lithuania was also a very different country. Because if we look back, a certain period of time we had Grand Duchy Lithuania, which covered a big part of Russia, of Poland, of Ukraine, Belarus. So that was a different country. It was a country which was from Baltic Sea to Black Sea. So you imagine that we were a bit closer then. And geographically wise, China also was changing. So if you look at the millennium, so that of course this is the change when you leave. For example, if we speak about Lithuania, we left Soviet Union. So we of course now have an independent relationship within two different countries. And our relationship is becoming closer and closer, and I would say that it is very vibrant now, because we have in all spheres that I could mention, we have interests and we have cooperation. Starting, for example, with business, of course, but also speaking about culture, speaking about basketball, because we are a basketball country and China like it as well, speaking about transport, about education, universities, everywhere, healthcare. We will be signing just this month, signing the agreement between our two ministries of health. So everywhere we have big and well-developing connections. So this is really very promising.
Yeah. And I suppose this has happened at the same time as the connections to Russia have waned a little bit in the past years.
Yeah.
So do you think this is a part of a bigger sort of a push towards the east, this side of the east, not Russia?
No, I guess it is also very logically developing, because when we regained our independence, of course we were busy in talking and trying to reconnect with our neighbors. Because Scandinavian countries, our neighborhoods, let's see, Poland, Belarus, because our businesses also still were very much connected, and very much connected to Russia as well, because we were a part of one system. So it takes time, right? And now we understood that already we know everything what's around us, it's time to look for new markets, for new relationship. So whether it's the United States, because also our business is reaching far away there as well, or Asian markets, because it's China, the biggest market of course, but it's also Japan, it's Indonesia, all these markets that were quite far away, quite distant for us. Maybe we had no experience. Our business has no experience in working with Asian cultures, and this is also important because you need to learn. And I'm very glad that it's happening, and that we are understanding that the world is much bigger than our neighborhood. We have different attaches of different fields here. So I did not mention you that, for example, in culture, as the first time we have our cultural attaché, we had some kind of a breakthrough completely, because this year we have 17 performances, our theater performances in China, 17 different theaters coming, and they are performing everywhere, not only in Beijing. So that's already a result of our work. NCP just signed an agreement of cooperation with our opera and ballet theater. We have exchanges with Namok for next year for painting exhibitions. Then we plan to have a big photography exhibition here, because culture is also our big asset. Everybody is waiting for our Amber exhibitions. So this is just different fields. Next week we have our coach of our male basketball team is coming, and he's very known in China because he was the coach of Chinese basketball team for the Beijing Olympics. So when we speak Lithuania, they say Lancho, meaning basketball, Jonas, the name of our coach. So he's coming here for opening of some arena. So you see, we have really lots of cooperation happening. Chinese culture is very, very sophisticated, I would say, because when you look at one layer, then you see something hidden. Now I try also to discover more through their cuisine as well, because I consider that cuisine tells about countries a lot. Even everything, starting with the ceremonies of tea ceremony, for example, but ingredients they use, because there is also some philosophy behind. For example, this weekend I was in Yantai, where it was a big festival of diplomatic gastronomy. But I also learned that Yantai was the place where the cooks for the emperor cuisine were coming from, and it's very sophisticated. So, but also if you look at Peking Opera, also completely different world, and you need to know a lot to understand what's happening, because I guess that if you look at as the foreigner at it, you just see a small surface of what's happening. But for example, when somebody explains what this character means and why this mask is like this and what's happening, because we were in their workshop, met with them. So already you look at them through different eyes. So it means that of course I don't know whether my term will be enough to learn something about their culture, but I will try, because it's really very vast again as a country.
伊娜·马丘罗尼塔大使对于“一带一路”的态度是非常积极的。他表示，立陶宛愿意在互相信任和互相尊重的基础上深化与中国的合作。事实上，“一带一路”倡议并不是针对某一个时段、某一个方面，它基于协同效用，基于合作，是一个协作的计划。它的战略目标是要建立一个政治互信、经济融合、文化包容的利益、命运、责任共同体。在“一带一路”的倡议下，立陶宛和中国有了越来越多的交流，双方也将继续深化合作，大力发展教育、旅游等人文领域。
We are opening more and more visa centers, meaning that we want to facilitate possibilities for Chinese tourists or businesses to come. we had only in Beijing. Now, because we have no consulates, so we were small. Now we open to in those places that we actually have the most businesses coming or tourists. So it's now in Shanghai, Shenzhen, Chengdu, Jinan, and Guangzhou. So it already helps. And they don't need to travel to Beijing. We expect to get much more Chinese tourists because we did not advertise almost, our possibilities here because somehow it's again too far, and Chinese were not known before as very big travelers. It is changing rapidly now.
How many do you receive nowadays?
Now we receive because when we told to the C-Trip, the Chinese company, tourism company, that we have 9,000 Chinese tourists per year, they said it's one building. Yeah, it's really, but it's simply we did not advertise almost. Some tourism fairs, it's not the advertisement this year in those days. So we intend to do it, and when we took the Chinese tourism operators to our country, they were very much surprised. They said that they imagined Lithuania completely in a different way, and they said that Chinese people will love it. So, because we have, first of all, we have very beautiful architecture. I would say, for example, Vilnius has one of the biggest old towns in Europe still, that, it's UNESCO World Heritage Site. Then we have very green environment. It's a clean country with, if you, for example, because we can propose everything. We can have agro-tourism, you can stay in, somewhere in isolated places. If you want to go fishing and swimming in lakes, which is always very surprising for Chinese, because we have more than 3,000 lakes and you can swim everywhere, so it's not a problem. Then we have sea, and we have very beautiful white sand dunes. So for coastal tourism also there is a possibility. Then we have also spa tourism, because we have mineral waters and very good mineral spas. We have amber spas, which is also very interesting for Chinese, because with amber, they have treatments with amber. Or you can go to amber room, and it's very good for lungs. Yeah, because amber it helps you also for your lung ventilation. Also, we have different educational routes, and Vilnius is the only city capital in Europe which lies to fly over it with hot air balloon. So really lots of opportunities, and we have one of the biggest snow arenas in Europe, because it's very new, just recently built, and you can go skiing any time of the year. We intend to use to use one or two agencies and their social networking, because I see how everything works in China. WeChat is so powerful, or some other social media, and they have special techniques for that when you can use them and to promote your country. And they also need to prepare packages for Chinese tourists that could be attractive for them. So we are speaking with them and preparing, and I do hope really to get results soon, because I see that it's just a problem with information. Even for students, they choose Lithuania also because it's a European country, it's European diploma. But if you look at living standards, meaning that how much you would pay for rent for example, in the United Kingdom or Germany, and in our country, of course, it's very different. So we have now increasing number of Chinese tourists, but students, but it's not the big number. For example, last year we got from India 600 of them. So it's already, for our country, it's quite a big number. And what was interesting, some of students, the Indian students, they tried, they liked it, and immediately it was like advertisement like this, because these were informing each other, but they were informing their colleagues, their relatives, or their families, and we got them 600 right away.
如今，立陶宛和中国合作项目正在如火如荼地进行着，两国关系进一步加深。2016年，立陶宛隆重庆祝了和中国建交25周年。回顾往昔，两国之间的渊源从丝绸之路开始。 如今又回归到了丝绸之路上。实际上，一带一路建设涉及60多个国家，包含基础设施建设和各领域合作，对立陶宛工商、文化、学术等领域来说都很具有吸引力。另一方面，立陶宛也很欣赏中国通过实施“一带一路”倡议来加强欧亚联系的努力，并热切希望能够作为“一带一路”的西大门，与欧亚交通网和物流网紧密地连接在一起。未来，两国在政治、经贸、人文等各领域内的务实交流与合作将继续深入并不断扩大。中国和立陶宛将借由“一带一路”倡议的东风，成为更加亲密的合作伙伴，发展更加光明牢固的双边关系。